I'm locked inside my plane. The latch kind of, I don't know, got stuck and I can't get out.
Hey guys, I'm Bryan. If you are a pilot and you've been on the internet recently, you have most likely heard the audio from the guy who got himself trapped inside his own airplane. It's kind of a fun story, and I want to talk about that today. Also, stick around towards the end. I want to share kind of a personal story. Something very similar happened to me, and I kind of like to share that with you. But so you've probably heard the audio, and you may be familiar with this guy, Bruno. This is the guy that accidentally locked himself in his plane. So I wanted to play the ATC tape today and kind of walk you through what this pilot was doing while he was locked in his plane. But then I decided I could do one better. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring him in and we can talk to him. Hey, Bruno, how you doing?
What's up, Bryan? How are you, man?
So I'll say this. I've locked myself out of my house before. I've locked my keys in my car. You locked yourself in a small airplane. So how does that happen?
Listen, it's funny. I love my plane, but being locked inside it was not fun at all. In fact, the Grumman, differently from other planes, like Cessna's MPH-28, which most of us fly, the Grumman has a canopy and it slides back and forth. And the only way to get in and out of the plane is through the canopy. And it has a lock on top of the canopy that you put the key in and just lock the plane when you walk away. And for the past few months, I think, I had been having issues with that lock because you would turn the key to lock the plane, but it wouldn't prevent the handle from moving and therefore opening. So, I try to just, forget about it and just go fly the plane because it didn't really impact flying. The last time, though, I think I might have forgotten the key in doing so. I might have forgotten the key in the locked position. While the canopy was still open. And when I got in and closed it and locked it from the inside, I automatically locked myself from the outside too. Okay, so it was locked from the outside, and then when you close it on the end, I got it. So I need to make sure that I don't ever do that because obviously I fly the same kind of plane. So I have a photo here you sent. This kind of says it all. So the funny thing is that I had cameras rolling and I didn't realize they were rolling because you're so caught up in the situation, and sure, try to figure out. And when it zooms on you that you're locked in a plane, a small plane, it's not fun. So I'm like, I was reviewing the footage after the fact, and I found that frame where it says it all. That's the moment when I realized, oh my God, I can't get out. So what I'd like to do is I got the ATC footage. You were nice enough to let me to have a copy of this. I'd like to play it and kind of let the folks listen to it, and kind of we'll pause a couple times and tell me sort of what you're thinking. Sure. First thought, let's set it up a little bit. The very first thought, you're stranded in this plane. Clearly, it's at nighttime. And so what you opted to do was just get on the radio and see if there was anybody that could help you, right? Yes, exactly. Because and I did so because right after I pulled up to that fuel pump, there was a guy fueling his plane. So yeah. I thought there's a chance that guy had just landed and wasn't taking off. So if he was still either taxiing the plane or in the off chance that he was still with had his radios, he could hear me. I never expect a pilot that was in the air to actually get back to me, but you can roll the tape and we can talk through it. That was so awesome. All right, let me play this. Hopefully it comes through. Okay.
Brookhaven traffic, anybody on the frequency? Hey, affirmative. Who's that? Oh, this is Skyhawk 9934 Quebec. Are you in the air or on the ground? We are currently in the air. We're about 5 miles to the northeast of the field. We're going to be doing the practice RNAV Alpha inside Brookhaven. Roger. Are you landing? Negative. We're just going to be doing a practice approach. Oh, okay, that's fine. I have an issue here on the ground and was wondering if there was anybody on the frequency here. Roger that. Any way we can help? Actually, this might be funny, but I'm locked inside my plane. The latch kind of, got stuck and I can't get out. Oh, really? Any way we can come help you? I don't know if there's anybody here. There's nobody on the frequency, I guess. Okay, we can come help you out if you'd like to help. You mean, would you land? Absolutely. Okay, so you're stuck in your plane. You get on the radio, and there's a plane practicing instrument approaches, and they offer to land.
Exactly.
How long were you stuck in your plane at this point?
It had been a good 20 minutes,
Okay.
because I spent a good 10, 15 minutes trying to find a way to open my latch. Mind you, I have a field tester that has a screwdriver on at the bottom. So I tried to disassemble, and you know this because you have a Grumman. I tried to disassemble the latch cover, because I thought, well, if I can expose the inner workings, perhaps I can, stick my finger in and do something and override it of some sort. But to my surprise, as soon as I removed the latch, which was not easy, not the latch, but the cover, it's just like plain, like bare metal, and with screws that I couldn't unscrew for the love of God. So I was like, yeah, no, let me try something else.
I can't imagine if that guy couldn't land, or if he was. I guess eventually the good news is you're parked in front of the fuel pumps, which guarantees somebody's going to come by.
Exactly. As I analyzed my options, I had already tried to call the airport front desk. Nobody was there. The next thing was obviously trying to call to see the airport. There was somebody at the airport on the frequency, and even pilots flying. My third option would be to actually turn on my engine again and fly to nearby airports that are towered 24/7, because at least there I knew I would be able to talk to somebody, explain the situation, and even if they had to bring the fire brigade up, I don't know, just at least I would have means to communicate to somebody.
So let's continue with the audio.
Would you land? Absolutely. I would really appreciate that. I'm here by the fuel pump, and I was about to get out, and I can't. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's definitely a first for me. For me too, man. I really appreciate the help. Yeah, no worries. And Brookhaven traffic, Skyhawk 992 for Quebec, 3 miles. Going to be landing runway 24 for a full stop. Brookhaven traffic. And guy stuck in his airplane. Is this you right here in front of me? Right side. Am I just off your right side right now? Is this you right here in a tail dragger?
Negative. I'm in Grumman Cheetah.
Cheetah, right here. Do you mind just turning on your lights real quick? I'm actually not that familiar with this airport.
Okay, so they landed and they couldn't find you, right?
Yeah, well, he was unfamiliar with the airport.
Yeah.
There's a runway at the airport that doesn't have lights.
Okay.
So it's a mess. And I also love the fact that after he landed, he completely disregarded my call sign, and he called me guy stuck on his airplane.
Guy stuck in your airplane.
Yeah. If I ever make it to the Air Force or something, I'm pretty sure that would be my call sign. Like stuck or something.
So those guys landed, and they just had to open it from the outside, and you're good to go?
No, actually, they came to me. I started talking through the canopy with them, and one of them climbed on the wing and tried to open the handle. But as soon as he did, it was also jammed, or he couldn't move it.
Okay.
And when he told me that, that's where I really got worried, because what I thought was a simple jam, like a simple jam on my latch, was probably something more serious.
So how do you get the guys? How do you get them a key? Let me think about this. This is a puzzle. How do I give somebody the key? Baggage door. You're not going to. How could you possibly give somebody the key?
Yeah. So for some reason in my mind, I was sure at that point that I could open the baggage door from the inside. The problem was I had to get there.
Yeah.
So I told one of them to stand on the wing to balance. And then I spent I don't know, maybe 5 minutes trying to figure out a way to go from the front seat, the pilot seat, to the back seat. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
Winter gear on you and a boot. And I felt so stupid because, those guys were just watching a big show inside the plane while I was trying to, turn myself into a ball or something so I could fit, in the back seat. Long story short, I was able to. Yeah. I opened the baggage door, and I passed the key to one of them. Uh-huh. And when they put the key in and they turn, the canopy opened like magic.
So what was the total amount of time locked in your plane? At any point were you worried about food or water or surviving?
Well, I was there for 40-something minutes. And the thing that I was most worried about is if I had to pee.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
I know I could pretty much survive up until the morning when somebody would absolutely show up,
Well, that's the radio call I want to hear. I want you I've just peed in my plane. I really need to get out of this thing. Can someone help me? So let's take a look. You have a beautiful Grumman Cheetah. You said this is a 77?
Yes, that's a 77. And and that's the canopy. I mean, it's wonderful to to taxi out with it open and do a pre-flight somewhere and everything, but not so much fun when he locks you inside.
And I see your Grumman came with the Millennial training kit.
Yeah, that was just me trying to imagine what Flight Simulator 2020 would be like.
Next time you're locked in your cockpit, you've got this thing. It's just up, down, left, right, BA, select start, and it just opens right up. That's how you get out of it. So before I set you free, I found out I know you on Instagram, but actually today I came across your YouTube channel. So if people want to watch your video, and by the way, do you do video stuff for a living or a hobby or stuff? Your stuff's very high end.
Thank you. Actually, I work in advertising, so I know a thing or two about filmmaking. I never attempted at it, to be honest. I started a YouTube channel a year ago, and it was just meant to share some quick videos of landings and student pilot stuff and whatnot. And then I started watching the other channels and how you can really make beautiful aviation films. That it's not only about aviation but places and all across the country. And it really inspired me on starting to do some. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. But it's something that I love doing so much, and having your plane and being able to plan ahead and go places without relying on schedule, just the freedom of doing whatever you want, it really adds to that. So it's something that I want to invest time in. I love doing it, and just having everybody's support is just it's been amazing.
I subscribed today and started going through your channel. And my first thought was same thing. You don't have a ton of videos up, but they're very polished. So it's very, very pretty stuff. And of course, I have an affinity for Grumman, so I love your plane.
Thank you. I appreciate your subscribe. I'm a long-time subscriber of yours. Love the channel. It's really, I'm really honored to be here, actually. And it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Well, thank you very much. And so you are also going to do your own video about this experience and put it on your channel. Is that correct?
Yes. And actually, it just dropped.
Okay, so I'll put a link to that video in the description for this video. So if you're done watching this video, go over to Bruno's channel, subscribe, click the thumbs up, and check out the video of him. I'm going to actually go watch it now because I want to see just kind of see how it went down. So thanks for coming. Fly safe, and I hope to see you at Oshkosh, Bruno.
Bryan, I hope to see you there too. Keep doing what you do. You're awesome, and I hope to not be stuck on my plane anymore.
All right, have a good one.
You too, man. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So now that we're at the end of the video, most of the people have dropped off. My view rate's like 50 to 70%. So only the true heroes of my channel get to find out this piece of information. I actually had this identical experience. I locked myself in my Grumman. I had to ask for help. And it was extremely embarrassing. And unlike Bruno, I'm not one who can swallow my pride. It was a whole different adventure. So, and I also had my cameras rolling. So let's look at kind of how it went down. All right, that was a fantastic flight. Man, what a beautiful day. Wait a minute. I'm dead. Only. Yep. Got it. Northwest traffic. Is anybody on frequency?
Yeah, I'm on frequency. What's going on?
Hey, that's great news. I have kind of an interesting situation. Are you on the ground or in the air?
Well, I'm in the sky now, but I'm about to land full stop.
That's fantastic. So what has happened is I locked myself in my airplane, and I need someone to get me out from the outside.
Whoa, that's pretty embarrassing. How'd you manage to pull that one off?
Yeah, so I'm in a blue and white Grumman over in the second set of T-hangers on the west side.
Did you say it was a Cessna?
No, it's a Grumman.
Sounds like you're saying Cessna.
It's a Grumman, blue and white Grumman.
You say it was parked at the fuel pumps, right?
No, hangars west of the runway, second set, second row.
Alright, a blue Cessna.
No, it's not a Cessna.
I see an orange plane over here. It's missing a runner. That you?
Nope, that orange plane's been there for years. It's a Bonanza, and there's not...
Alright, I got it. Does it have a propeller on the top?
That's a helicopter. Ah.
Yeah, I think I see you. Your airplane, does it have one red door?
No, that red door, that's the FBO. Yeah, it's not a building, it's a plane. Yeah, the airplane's white, and it has a lot of blue paint on it. It's blue and white. It's white and blue. It's a Grumman. There'll be a guy inside, just sitting there, talking on the radio. That's how you'll know it's... Is there anybody else on frequency? Anyone else at Northwest on frequency? Is there anybody out there? Hello? I need some help. I'm stuck in here. Anybody? Hello? I got better. All right, like, subscribe, share, go to Bruno's channel, check out his video, subscribe to his channel. We got to share aviation content, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks to all the Patreon supporters. Thanks to Gold Seal. Thank you, everybody. Y'all fly safe and fly smart. Click this link to see the most recent video upload. Click this link to see a video that YouTube thinks you might like. Click this link to subscribe to my channel.